You know, Chris, despite what I've heard, bigger isn't always better, buddy, but in this case, I think it is. This right here is a 2022 Chateau 31WV, and I really like this floor plan. It's big, it's wide open. You have a full wall slide right here, which really opens this space up, making it very expansive. And although it is designed for two, because it is a Class C and you have that classic cab over plus a couple additional sleeping spaces in here, you can actually sleep up to 7 in here, which is phenomenal for a couple's coach. Let's actually start off on the camp side. One of the things I love about a Class C is just riding, right? And motorhomes in general. When we talk about camping, everyone focuses on the destination, right? They focus on once you're there and all the amenities and the cool things and the awesome parks and sites you get to see, and for good reason, because that's the majority, the big reason the majority of us go. But another big part of it is the travel getting there. You know, it's especially as we start to get busier and busier in our lives, it's less frequent that we get those opportunities to just be with each other and, just have nothing else to do but talk to each other. And when you have a setup like this, where you have a sofa directly across from a dinette, driver, main passenger right here, everybody is getting in the conversation, getting in those games while you're traveling, and the travel experience is just so much more enjoyable. You will see here that this folds out, of course, again, making one of those beds. It does have seat belts for, again, a legal riding position. You have some cup holders, nice big window letting in natural light, plenty of storage. I like the lighter cabinetry. It's kind of like an off-white, but I like it a lot better than the browns we've seen for a long time in Class Cs. I think this definitely lightens things up, and it's just kind of on trend with what we're seeing now in the RV industry. You'll see the bunk over, or the bunk over the cab right here. Big thing I love about this, folks, 800-pound weight capacity. That's a big deal when you're looking at Class Cs. Not all manufacturers have that high. Some of them are as little as 350 pounds. And I don't know about you folks watching, but if it's myself and my wife and we get up there, that thing's breaking at 350, right? Like, it's just not going to hold us. But 800 pounds is wonderful because it can actually sleep a couple adults, which is fantastic. Your Ford chassis underneath, if you've seen one Ford chassis, folks, you've seen them all. Outside of the engine change about a year or two ago, not a whole lot's changed in the chassis, but you do have good room, obviously adjustable seat, cup holders, everything you need there. It does have the center dash there as well. And then on the off-camp side, in that super slide, is the dinette. It's a dream-style dinette, works nice and easy. You just push down. It's a little lever here. You just flip the lever like so. You can push that down just like so to convert that into a bed. You do want to lift these cushions up or it'll hit the cushions, but then you just drop the other cushions right on top of it, and boom, there's your sleeping position. Another thing that I really like, and Chris showed us this in the Compass as well, is the wireless charger right here. So you can just throw your phone on there, boom. Just like that, charging it up. There's my beautiful wife. You will also see USB port in there as well as the USB-C. TV positioning, I think, is perfect on here. That is going to be directly across from your sofa, exactly where you want it. A lot of times in a Class C, they put it up top. It's kind of an awkward position for a lot of people. You kind of have to turn your neck in order to see it. But this setup right here just makes sense to me. I love that they have done it. And we have plenty more. When we talk about being a little bit bigger, again, this one's a little over 32 foot long, so it is a little bit bigger than the Compass that Chris just showed us. But with that space, of course, you get, a lot of added amenities. I mean, look at the size of the kitchen we have in here. You can see the sink top covers, undermount stainless steel bowl right there. You have the thermofoil countertops, which are great because it lets you undermount that sink. You don't have the T-mold. You're not going to have to worry about your countertops rotting out because water gets in that T-mold. High-rise pull-out faucet. Beautiful lighting underneath the countertop. I love that touch, especially because it's a nice, kind of like a soft light. It's not the blue lights that so many manufacturers put in their RVs. Storage up top with your microwave, of course, all the way down below as you would expect to. Underneath, you do have enough space for a small trash can there, plus you have a couple more drawers over here in conjunction with the 3 additional drawers right there, so tons of kitchen space. The refrigerator on the other side. Moving a little bit further in, big pantry space. Take a look at these beauties. I love that. Pulls out, has a nice finished front on there. I really like that addition. And again, as we get back, we have more and more and more storage. We have mirror wardrobe space right here. I'll open this one up just to show you. Fully adjustable shelves here, wardrobe right there. you can see storage all down underneath. So much storage throughout here, and it continues into the bedroom with more wardrobe storage. Again, all the way throughout that foot of the bed there, folks. Just a ton of storage all the way in here. It's one of the things that you get with more space, of course, is more storage. Linen closet already built into the bathroom. If I take a seat on the toilet, you can see I have plenty of space here. Same thing if I stand in the shower. I'll do that real quick for you just to show you size. At 6 foot, folks, I have plenty of space. You can probably be 6'3", 6'4", and still stand in here without having to duck, which is really, really nice. Now, if we step out and take a look at the bedroom, I mean, you can see the queen bed with storage all the way up top. You have nightstands on both sides, and it is worth noting that there is a 12-volt plug on the one side for a CPAP machine. So if you're out boondocking, you have to have a CPAP, you can still plug it in here and be good to go. But folks, the features don't stop inside. As we make our way on the outside of the Chateau, if you take a look, you can see the big power awning with the LED light strip there. That's going to be great because you have wonderful usable camp space right here, which is exactly where you want it, plus a ton of storage I'll show you in just a moment. This one is built on the E450, which is going to have plenty of power. Again, when they switched that engine over, it did give it a little bit more torque, which is important for being able to go up some steeper grades. And if we take a look right up top, you can see the beautiful front cap. And that's a big one for me, folks. If you've seen, grandma, granddad's Class C, you may have seen where it has a bunch of issues up here, right? Right up in the cabs, that's where you get a bunch of water. And for good reason. As you're driving, if there's a rain, that driving rain is going to go right into that front cap. So if there's no cap, it's going into the seals. With this cap, folks, it does a great job because the water would actually have to get around, go back in this way to get in there. Chances are it's just not going to happen. So I love, love, love having the front cap on there. Definitely a big win. Now, I was talking about storage just a minute ago, and if we take a look, this is something I enjoy is when you have very accessible storage on a Class C. This is right up front. Some of those really common items, this makes it super easy to get to. Rotocast bins on there, so they're very easy to clean out. You don't have to worry about rust and things like that. Plus, in every compartment on the Chateau, there will be a light. So if you are accessing at night, it is very easy to do. Solar prepped and ready to go. You'll see solar charge controller right inside the door right there. So if you're looking to trickle charge the battery, you'll be all set on here. Your electrical outlet, of course, you will have your propane fill there. You have the more ride suspension. Make our way back a little bit further. Again, another compartment right here. It is also worth mentioning this one has an automatic transfer switch. If you're not sure what that is, basically just makes it a lot easier to transfer from shore power to the generator. If you don't have that, you have what's called a Slater box, and if you turn on the generator, you actually have to take your power cord and plug it back into the RV in order to get it to operate. It's a big pain having that automatic transfer switch. It's one of the most convenient things you'll never know you have. If you take a look right here in the back, that is going to be your main storage compartment. Plenty of space right in there. I love it. Of course, if you need to do some towing, you can absolutely do that on the Chateau, folks. You're looking at an 8,000-pound hitch on here. So again, if you have a vehicle, a trailer, something like that behind you, this one has the capability to tow it. Rear-mounted ladder with a camera, and you can see that full wall slide right there with the slide topper going all the way across. That is a huge deal. More storage on our off-camp side, plus our wet bay right down here, folks. I'm telling you, this one is an absolute killer. If you're looking for a great Class C, don't sleep on the Chateau 31WV. But coming up right now, my man Chris is going to join me. I know this has been a whirlwind, but we're about to show you a hurricane.